Alright y'all, here it is, the all new Arrma Limitless V2 roller rattle can roller with there. And I got a couple accessories and stuff too that I'm going to go over real quick before we unbox this. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. With my version 1 Limitless, I kind of wanted to run it like Arrma had it in their first commercial when they first came out with the Limitless. So what I did was when I got it, it comes with a spool. I actually put one of their standard center diffs in here. It was this was a 46 tooth center diff, and I believe I was probably one of the first people to do that because I wanted to actually take the vehicle out and just drive it just in general, not just do a speed run up and down the street for it. So if you guys ever want to do that, this is what you can do, and I'm probably going to just put this up next to it to see if this is still going to work or not with this newer version. It should, but I think it's maybe some things that are a little bit different with the way the spool and stuff is set in here, but this possibly won't work, but we'll see. But when I unbox this, we'll just kind of put this up next to it to see, because this is going to be key for me too, because it's fine to do, you know, 100-mile-per-hour runs and stuff, but I also want to take this and just run it just in general, and having it geared with this spool in here is going to be a little bit different than taking it out and doing this. So we'll take a look at that. I also have a motor here, which I don't think this is going to fit. I think I'd have to put it on the left side if I want this to actually fit. But this is an 800 kV motor. I do have a brand new Max 5 ESC for this bad boy. I'll put links in the description if you guys are looking at ordering stuff. You guys know I kind of want new stuff when I get my new car. So I got issues, I told y'all, with that. And then also I have a Speed Tech RC. So I'll put a link in the description for this. And this is actually pretty good. You guys can't see those specs here, but we'll get a zoom in on that. But at 6 volts, it's 485 ounces of torque in 12 seconds, and then at 8.4 volts, it's 0.11 seconds in speed, and then it's 625 ounces of torque. So I'll put a link in the description too for this if you guys want, because I do want a good servo that I put in here. And I'm also curious with the speed controller, with this new battery tray, or with this new ESC tray, how this is going to fit in there, because it should. And then I also have some new batteries. Now these are 200C, so it's gonna be interesting to get these in and get these tried out. But these are from Amain Hobbies, and I will be trying these out. So this is 2 pairs of 4S's, and then we have a 6S here. And I believe the 6S is just a little bit larger, but I want to put these in the battery tray. So this was probably gonna be somewhat of a long unboxing, because I do want to see if, I'm pretty sure these will fit in here. But I'm curious about bigger batteries too, because they did do some adjustments and stuff to the battery tray with that. And then of course, the only thing that's not new, but it's still new, is the radio I'm going to use. I'm going to use this Spectrum radio. I do plan on putting lights and stuff on this at some point in time or something, maybe some ground effect lights, I don't know. But I do want something that's got just a little bit more functionality to it and stuff. And then this has got AVC and stuff on it, so that's why I chose this radio to go with it. So it should be fine with that. And I'm gonna put all this aside, and then we're gonna get to the meat of this. All right, and with this new Limitless, I know some people were like, back and forth with it. Some people already have their Limitlesses together and fixed up, and some people don't. Some people were debating them because they did go on sale a couple months ago. I think they were $2.99 or something like that, and they kind of sold out, probably because they were getting ready to release this new one. And some people couldn't catch the actual deal, so they have been waiting to get a Limitless for a minute, and now Arrma comes out with this new one. So with this one, like I said, there's going to be a couple of different things that's different than this one and the other one. You guys can see here how the motor mount is going to be a little bit different. Get the focus in, so I'm going to have to shed some light. I just don't want there to be a glare with that. And this comes with a 39 tooth spool instead of a 34 like the previous one. And of course, as it says rattle can and stuff, it does come with a unpainted body. You guys see here some of the before and then after. I kind of wish we would have got that body with them. So I may try to replicate that paint job. I'm not sure if I can put the time into doing that, but we will see. So they say on here they got new front springs and sway bars and stuff to it. So they're also claiming 110 miles per hour. Now, of course, it says potential speed achieved in optimal conditions and recommended electronics. So I'm curious what kind of recommended electronics they are suggesting for this to reach 110 miles per hour. So let me go ahead, let's crack this box open real quick and let's take a look. All right, and you guys know, oh yeah, I love the smell of the new RC car. So here it is in here. So let me go ahead, let me pull this out and see what all we got in here. All right, y'all, so here we go. We have this bad boy out in its entire, and he actually looks pretty cool. I know, with the unpainted body. It'd be cool just to put some stickers on here and just leave it like that, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna paint, I'm gonna put a little touch of paint on here to touch it up. But he looks good. I mean, there's some slight probably differences with this. I know the body was a little bit different. I should have bought my V1 in here to show you guys some differences, but we'll do a side-by-side comparisons at some point with it. Take this off real quick. Oh yeah, those are smaller. Looking at these battery trays, that's a lot smaller. So the previous one, I think the motor mount was probably right about here with this, and this is actually pushed back a lot further with this. That motor that I have is actually not going to fit in there on this left side. So let me grab it real quick. That's if I use this motor. I probably won't use it. I think with an 800 kV and the gearing and stuff like that for it, but I can already tell it may sit down in there, but you guys see it's going to, even if we try to mount it, it's going to hit up against part of the steering right there. So I'd have to switch this over, mount this on the other side. I'm not going to do that. So I won't use this motor in here, but it would be nice to see if it could fit, which I think it will without any major, I don't know, we'll see. I may just take that off at some point in time, put that on there. And then I'm curious about the batteries, because these battery trays are a lot shorter. So some of the longer, is that oil? How is there oil? That's weird. You guys may or may not see, let me shed a little light. There's oil down in here, but that's not a Synergive. There's oil on there too, that's kind of funny. Anyway, looking at some of these batteries, I'm just gonna take this 6,000 milliamp out because I'm wondering, I can't use some of I have some 6S SMC lipos that are actually a lot longer. And then my 4S's, I can't remember, some of them are pretty big too. Probably can't fit those in here, but I am curious about some of my single 6S lipos because a lot of them are way above 5,000 milliamps, and I am curious to see if this is going to fit in here. So let me get this battery out real quick. All right, went ahead and got these batteries, get this glare off of here. There we go. With this, now I know the 4S's will fit in here, no problem at all. Yeah, 4S's will fit, and it's still got room and stuff, even to tuck that down in there. So I'm not worried about too much of these 4S lipos, but I am kind of concerned about some of these larger 6S's. This probably should have been moved up a little bit more to fit these larger batteries in here. And this does have an adjustable strap right here for the battery, so you can actually, if you have smaller batteries, get it to fit a little bit tighter in there. I think this snaps back like that. And drum roll, please, will this fit? No, it won't. So, there goes my body. So larger 6S, you can probably get about maybe a 6,000 in here or something. With that, if you were trying to run single battery, most people are going to, of course, run 8S in here. But at times when you just want to run just 6S, I like to use just a single lipo, or put two 6S's on each side and run that. So most of my, probably 99% of my 6S's will not fit in here. I know this is moved up, but they won't fit in here unless I go in and start cutting battery tray stuff. And I don't really plan on doing that, or unless I try to possibly take that tray out or something like that. So just so you guys know about that, if you run single 6S lipos, or you got a 6S system, you will have to run two 3S's in here with that. And the bigger 6S is, like, this isn't a really big 6S, but it is big, won't fit in here. So I'm just a little disappointed because I didn't want to run this lipo in there, and I got another ones that are similar in size. I think I have some small ones, but they're like 5,000 milliamps, so they're not going to give me the best runtime, but wanted to show that to you. And then I'm going to flip this over. I probably won't make this unboxing too long. I did have a poll to see if you guys wanted me to go live with this or just do an edited video like this, and you guys chose, I think it was 73% chose for me to just do a video like this. But let me go ahead, I'm going to actually take this Max 5 out because I'm curious of this new tray and stuff as well. Is that aluminum? No, that's still plastic in there. So I'm gonna take this out and put this in here. And I just wanna see how this fits, because before with the previous Limitless, you'd have to cut the tray and stuff like that and actually cut into the receiver box to fit bigger ESCs in there. So I'm curious if this Max 5 is going to fit in here or not. So let me get this box open. All right, got this Max 5 out. Looks like it's gonna fit. Yeah, it should be fine. So that's good. And I guess if they had moved this tray up a little bit more on both sides, we wouldn't be able to fit these larger ESCs in here. So I'm gonna get this soldered out. I'm gonna get this soldered up, and then of course I'll have this to where I can connect 2 batteries and stuff. But I'm not sure if I'll do a video on that or not. Sometimes my soldering skills take me a little bit longer than normal. But put down in the comments below if you guys want me to try to do an installation video. It's gonna be a long video. I may just go live and do it, where I start soldering all this stuff up, putting the motor and stuff in, the speed speed controller and the radio, and then putting the servo and stuff in. And I'm gonna have to change this servo horn out, because this is 23 tooth and my servo is 25. So I do have something I got from Power Hobbies a while back, 25 metal servo horn, so I'll put that in there. But looking at everything else, we were going to look at one other thing, and that was going to be the center diff. Let me grab this center diff real quick to see. It may work still, which it looks like it probably will. No, it's a little different. So it could fit in here, but there are, no, it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't work. I'm looking at it right now. See where their bearing and stuff is placed. So there are, well, probably placed, but this has got an extension here, unless you got a longer drive shaft to put up in there. So the old drive shaft may work if you were going to do that, because that current was not going to work like that. So there's probably things you can do to kind of modify this to put this in here, but there are differences with this particular piece compared to the previous one. And like I said, I'll do a side-by-side comparisons to a version 1 at some point, so you guys can see some of the differences. But the layout is somewhat similar. The layout does look good for it. It's just a little bit more compact with the batteries, but that allows you to put bigger speed controllers in it, which a lot of people are doing too. And of course you can still flip this over to the other side and put larger motors on this side and have your batteries over here, etc with that. So, but anyway guys, that is actually a little bit quicker than what I thought I was gonna be with this unboxing. It does come of course with hoons and stuff, and I do have some other stuff coming into it, so I'm gonna run it straight out the box. I'm gonna see how it runs. And I was curious, I just kind of briefly went through the manual. I was trying to see what they recommended for people to get 110 miles per hour with this. So as I start going through this and going through the instruction manuals and looking at it, I'm going to see what they recommend for the 110 miles per hour, see what kind of cost that's going to cost you guys to get there. Because right now I'm sitting at, this is $429. This is over 200 bucks. So I'm already at, what is that, 429, 629. I'm already about 650. And then the servo is like about 100 bucks. So that's 750. And then the radio is about $100 something too. So there'll be links in the description for all that. So you're sitting at about 8 something for this vehicle, and that does not include putting the motor in it. Don't know what kind of motor I'm going to run, but you don't have to go with this particular setup. You can use the Spectrum setup, which is the 8S system that they run in like the Arrma 8-scale vehicles. You can also put that in here and run that too, and still get some pretty decent speeds with that. I'm not sure if that's in the recommendation for 100 miles per hour, but if I find it, I'll have it pop up in the screen right here. But that's going to be a close, real quick unboxing and look at this. There's a lot more things with this vehicle, but I just want to go ahead and get it painted and get it set up. I want to put some of my RC Speed Monsters gear on here. I have a custom wing and stuff I'm going to put on here too as well at some point. I'll be kind of modifying this a little bit as time progresses on. Then I'm going to actually take this to the road to 150. I started doing something like that and I kind of got distracted of doing other things, but I'll get back to doing that soon. And then of course I'm going to put it against the Hobby and then the XO1 too. We'll kind of lay that out and do a side-by-side comparison too. So anyway guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. Links are below in the description for batteries, ESCs, servos, RC Speed Monsters if you guys want to get some bling bling for your car. And it actually helps because he's got like air dams and all kinds of stuff to help with the performance of this vehicle. And I have it on my version 1 Limitless, and I plan on getting some stuff for this one as well. So anyway, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.